I'm going to go to Pesach. Let me stop ourselves to this particular limud, and let's see what we have now. Page Reish Aleph on the intro blurb. Ach Shabir La'el, he explained previously. He says Inyan Os Yud El Yona Shehi Erich Unpin. Mo Kain Bir La'el also says Inyan Os Hey El Yona Shehi Erich Unpin, also in this level, in the level of Erich Unpin. So what he's doing is he is giving us an extremely deep view into Erich Unpin and the origin of these letters. Where are these letters in Erich Unpin? And what are the lights, I guess, that are panimi to them? So we're talking here about these three letters, these particular letters that are Yud, K, and Vav. Besod Chochma, Bebina, Das, they also represent that, Shebekesser. And he says, so Kesser is Erich Unpin. The Hainu Os Yud Bekum Revira. So now he goes deeply into Erich Unpin, as if we could take our minds into looking at Erich, trying to look at the light of Erich Unpin. And there you're going to find in the Krumba da Avira the letter Yud. Shemis Ater Bekitur. Now that phrase is a phrase that we have to work on. That is, first of all, it sounds like the word Atara. And then Kitor is also Lashon either of binding or it's Lashon of smoke, like Ketoris. And he says this Kitor, he says actually Avira. So he said, Bekumba de Avira Shemis Ater Bekitur, which crowns this Avira, or this Avira, is crowning it. Hayotz Mechochma Shebekesser, which comes out of the Chochma of Kesser. Os Hey Beruach HaChotem, so the Hey came out of the Ruach that's in the nose. Shemis Ater Beruach Beyotzer Bebindach Shebekesser, which is what? Shemis Ater, again, this crowns, I'm not sure what that would actually imply. Beruach HaYotzer Bebindach Shebekesser, because I'm thinking right away, it says that, learning a little bit now in El Chaim, and where he talks about the hay being associated with, there we're talking about Ak, but associated with the ear of Ak. And over here he says is the Chotem Shemisater Beruach Hayotze Mebina, that there's a certain Ruach that comes out of Bina. Bina is also the Ozen, Shebekesser. V'oz Vav Beshisha Kitzvais, the goof, and then the letter Vav comes from the Vok of the goof, of Erich Unpin, Shemis Ater Beshisha Kitzvos Das Shebekesser, and it is, so this word is Ater, is a, you say it's
sound.
Yes, of course, that's what it means, but the question is that what does crowning it mean? So he says, HaChotim Shemis Ater Beruach Beyotze Bebinda Shebekesser, Oz Vav Beshisha Kitzvos, the goof, Erich Unpin, Shemis Ater, which, so we say it means crowns. I guess it means comes on top of it. That's what it sounds like. Or placed, the crown surrounds it. Beshisha Kitzvos, the Das Shebekesser, with the Shis Kitzvos that are in the Das of Shebekesser, and Nikru Butzine de Cardeniso. He pronounced it Cardenuso. Okay, so we have a bunch of words there. What does it mean to be crowned? What is that all about? And that's the main one. And then how is it that this comes out to be the Butzina de Cardenusa, which is Lashon Din? So he says, let's just read the top now from number Yud. It said Bekitvu de Katvin, and I'm just going to read it across. Then we'll look at the Pirush. So the Bekitvu de Katvin Berucha, on this Rucha, Srira, which is like Lashon binding, Srira's the masculine. What is the Srira the masculine? He says is Yaakov, Yud K Vav. So he says Yud Ilor. So he said the look is up above. This Atach Bekitra, which is crown. That's the word again, Bekitra Datika. And so he says Bekitra is Lashon Atara here. Deratika. He krumere ilod is dakech v'sasim. It's also another, I think it's like contradictory to me, but I'm not sure. What is it about is dakech, which means becomes more refined, more clear, the sasim, and it also means clothed. So I would think, my thinking would be that if something is clearer, that it's not blocked. But here he says that it's closed. Then he says, hey iloh, there's this upper hey, this ata berucha de nukvin de pardashka, that also, and again the word isater, crowned, berucha de nukvin de pardashka, with the ruach that comes out of the nostrils of the nose. The nafik, what does it come out for? La'achaya, to bring life. Okay, so I think, no, that's a period, so we'll call that a period there. No, we'll read on it more because I go from blurb to blurb. So then it goes, Vav law butzina de kardanusa. So he says the upper Vav is this element which is called the butzina, which is a lamp or a flame, let's say, or the, maybe a torch. I don't know, but that's what it is. At any rate, it's a lamp. The kardanusa, the isatach besitrui, which is also, again, crowned, if that's what isater means, besitrui, on its, in its size and its place. I'm not sure how to translate it, so we're going to translate it. So let's go over to the Pirish. Talking, it says up at the top, it's Osius Yud K involved, the Erich Unpin, the Unpin also. So he said, but Kitfui de Kadfin, what does Kitfui de Kadfin means? And he says it means Batilcha Gugolta de Erich Unpin. So in that area inside of the head of Erich Unpin, Barucha, there's a Rucha there. V'rucha Yotze Mechachotim, also together with the Ruach that comes out of the nose of Erich Unpin, Tzrivin de Maskala, Uvakesha a Maskala. So this is the Kesher. These are actually the very beginning light of the balance scale, which is going to manifest in Zeranpin. I guess is what he's saying. So we're at the very, very beginning of where the light appears in Erich Unpin. It is a V'kesha Maskala Shuhura Das, which is Das is the actual concept of a balance, of the place of balance, which is Yud K and Vav. Meirin misatrin osios Yaakov. They shine and they crown the letters Yud, K, and Vav. What crowns the letter Yud? This maskala, I'm not sure what crowns it. V'kesha miskasala, maskala. So let's go on. Bekruma de Ravira, where is it crowned? In these places. Bekruma de Ravira, of the Nikva HaChoitim, Beshisha Kitzvah is the goof, Erich Unpin, Kamo, she is Boyer, as he's going to explain. Now we're going to look at it really more closely. So Omer Yud Ilah, and he says the upper Yud. I try to turn this page here. Okay, Yud Ilah, this Ante Bekitra. So the Ratika. Os Yud HaElyon Misater Bekiter de Erich Unpin. So Misater is one thing. The Kitor is another thing. Kitor is Lashkatoris, or binding. So let's see. Elyon Misater Bekiter de Erich Unpin. This is where it crowns on that Kitor. So he said, Hechon Makom Os Yud Elyon. So we have explained where is the upper Yud. Umahu in the Kitor. What is this Kitor we're talking about? V'amerki Kruma Ilah. The Kitor that we're talking about is this upper crust, or this upper covering. Ki Os Yuda Elyon. So if we're talking about the upper Yud, Shalamarno, he Krum HaElyon Asaisim es Mochas Dimah. This is the upper Krum which covers over the Mochas Dimah. And he says this Dakech, which becomes refined. V'chakrum hazechen is dakech, u'merov hazikuch ola kitor mimochas dimah de Erich Unpin. This is the idea that he wants to say, that this concept of his dakech, I guess it means it allows this kitor, which is some sort of a ruach or something like that, or we have this like lashon ketorah, some kind of a, I don't know, a ruach. So he said that is covered over by this kruma davira, the Erich Unpin, v'yatsa derek hakrum, and it goes out through this krum. So therefore we have two words here, sausim, which we're about to get to. So one is a vapor, or it's not a vapor, but it's something. It's a kitur. Now, I would say the Chochmah of Keser would be the Mochas Limor. But he says, V'hakitor hu sod ha'aras Chochmah de Keser hanikra aviradachia, which is called by that name, this very refined light. That's the kitor. It's a secret of a shining of the Chochmah de Keser. So therefore it's called the kruma davira. It's a kruma that this avira, which is a kitor, passes through, because it's mizdachet. Then it says v'sasim, but also closes it up. Amnam ikar ha'or shel ha'mochas limor, the main part of the light that comes out of the mochas limor, nisha adayim sasim, is going to remain closed up. So what is the meaning of that? V'omer Odin, he says furthermore, Hey ilod is ata berucha de nukvin de bardashka. Now the letter Hey we're talking about here, it actually, again, the word is ater is, now I'm thinking is ater means covers over now. Berucha de nukvin de bardashka. Now again, so okay, so let's say it has to do with the nose, the bardashka. The nafik la'achaya, that goes out in order to bring life to the lower partsufim. Os heya elyon misata beruach b'shechad nikver hachotim. So it covers over. Use that word like that. Beruach b'shechad nikver hachotim the Erich Unpin. Umisham yotzach of the nimshak al ruach lamata, and from that position, yotzach and continues to go out. This ruach lamata, kedei lahakios eser anpen. So he's saying that that most of the mochs limor, everything that's in the mochs limor stays sasam, but there is this concept of this avira, and the avira is nisdakech, and as a result of it, a ruach comes out of it, or what he calls an avira, through the avira. V'nimshach haruach lemata kedei lahakios as zer anpin, in order to bring life to zer anpin. V'inyan, who the Indian is like this, shen nikver hachotin to Erich Unpin, hein sod os hey, they look like the letter hey. Elyon to Erich Unpin, it would be the upper hey. Erich Unpin, let's say, is yud k vav k in some sense, in a sense where we're talking about yud k and vav of Erich Unpin. So he says Elyon to Erich Unpin. And then these openings of the nose, let's say they call them the nostrils of the nose, elu over ruach elyon hayotza v'nimsham b'bechina b'binish b'keser. So first we had this avira, which was generated by the chochmah. It had to do with the letter yud. Now we're generated by the bechina of the binish b'keser. Bina Shebekesser, as I said, like an ak, there's the first place you see the letter hey. So here's hey again, Shebekesser. V'amar od, now this is where we're at now, I think. Oz Vavi law is the Butzina de Cardenusa. Why is it called the Butzina? I like the word flame, but they keep saying, dictionary says it means lamp. Okay, so it's the big shiner there. The Cardenusa Oz Vav Elyon Shahu B'Pnimu Shisha Kitzvos de Erich Unpin. So this is this Vav, which is in the inside of the Vok of Zer Unpin, of the goof of the Zer Unpin. So he said inside. So he says Unpin Shorsho B'Das, the real root of what's going to come into Zer Unpin and build Zer Unpin is in Das Shebekesser, of the Das of Kesser. That das of Keser Nikbril Butzina de Cardanusa. Why is it called Butzina de Cardanusa? Besum Gevurus the das, because of the Gevurus in the das. Now that could possibly take more explanation for me. Why did he say the Gevurus of the das? Why is this important? Well, because it's important, I guess, for the rest of the story. That Gevurah Shabbadas Adas is Antach Besitroi. What does Sitroi mean?
Hello? Can't hear you.
Oh, you lost my sound?
No, I got it.
You got it back? Okay. Okay, let's go back to number Yud Bet. Yud Bet Sachabitzad Gevurah the Das is explaining what this concept of the Butzin of the Cardanusa is. And he says, is Antach. That's the question. What does it mean, the Sitroi? That it covers over Betside, on its side. What does that mean? Oz Vav Shel Das, HaMispasha Beguf Erich Unpin, Mis Antach B'Shisha Kitzvos El Yonish B'Shorish Hadas. So that's what Besitroi means, I guess, in the place where Das is. He says that this is this letter Vav. So I'm just trying to get the idea of, as I said before, of what it means to cover over, to be crowning something. I would say that the word bisater to me is misleading. So I'm missing something there. So he said misater b'shisha kitzvos el yonim sheb'shorish hadash, which is over in the shorish of the das. That's that letter Vav. Okay, so now we're going to go back to where we really stopped and just pick it up. Let me get a little bit. Let's see how much time we have left. Okay, let's see. Okay, maybe we'll stop here, and we'll make 2 shiurim today, and we'll come over to that other to the night drushas,